I'm Pastor Mark Tice, and this is your wake-up call. Well, I hope that as you begin this beautiful day, that you can look back and reflect on having had a wonderful time at worship. Maybe this was a hard Mother's Day for you, and this morning, as we get our day rolling, just want to share one verse of Scripture with you from the book of Proverbs, chapter 16 and verse 32. Now, there we are. Okay, well, my internet is subpar lately. Our communications company was bought out, and now our internet is not doing well. So, anyways, Proverbs chapter 16 this morning, very quickly. This whole chapter, as we come down through it and you read it, I would encourage you, if you have 10 minutes today, go back and read Proverbs 16. But you're going to find just about balance, justice, weight, doing right. And as we come down to the end of the chapter, we find this verse in 32 says, "He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh a city." So, very simply, in layman's terms, they're saying, listen, if you can get a hold of your emotions, this is what Solomon's writing here, if you can get a hold of your emotions, you are stronger than him that overtakes a strong city or a city. And now this is pretty important for us to understand today, is because we are emotional beings. Someone once said, you're not responsible for having emotions, but you are responsible for what you do with them. Today you'll have an opportunity, and you'll have decisions to make with your emotions at certain junctures during the day, at certain times when you have conversations with people or driving down the road. You're going to have a decision to make as to what you're going to do with your emotions. And I would hope that you would get a grip and that you would handle those in a capacity that would glorify God. You know, someone once said, when you ask the question, what would Jesus do? That flipping over tables and running people out of church isn't out of the question. Well, it's certainly not, but let's make sure that's in the proper context. Why those people were making God's house a den of thieves. But if we're to look through the majority of Scripture, we're to find that when offenses come, that we're to turn the cheek and we're to move on. And always, I know that is not the easy thing to do. I think after 22 years of the Christian life, I still probably struggle with that the most, but God gives more grace. You know, Scripture declares unto us, where sin did abound, grace did much more abound. And is very apparent that God can help us in any situation, through any trial and any temptation. So once again, he that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh a city. Let's get a grip. Let's get a control on our emotions and how that we respond to things. Let's be glorifying. Listen, we want to stand up and say on Sunday morning that God gave me a new heart and he gave me a new life. Well, let's live it today, and let's show others the grace and the peace and self-control that God has given us. All right. Well, I hope that you have a wonderful Monday.